What's shaking, Tortle Nation? SuperBowser here, bringing you guys a live Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. I say live, but again, it's post-commentated. And until you guys let me know which one you prefer, the post-com or the face cam. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over the team. The RU team I am bringing against this battle versus Jack at JustWeavile. You know him, you love him. Check out his YouTube and Twitter link below. Make sure you go subscribe to him if you want amazing Pokemon content, because he provides it, ladies and gentlemen. He provides it. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the team. I am bringing Choice Specs Jolteon, Choice Banded Jolteon with Gunk Shot. I wanted to bring some fairies. Unfortunately, I don't see a whole lot of fairy types here, so it's kind of pointless to have it. I am bringing the Reniculus, I am bringing Braviary, I am bringing Hitmontop, and Jellicent. The Jellicent is actually Assault Vested, so it's going to be interesting to see. Let's go ahead and hit that. Let's go ahead and go over the pokes Jack's bringing. He's being a Doublade, Embor, Gastrodon, Cresselia, Gligar, and Rotom Mo. It's bringing a lawnmower, and it's a great poke. Let's get into the battle right now. Alright, so here we see he's going to go ahead and Jack is issuing the challenge. He's going to send out the Mofo, which is the Rotom Mo, which is a great name for it. Rotom Cut, I should say. I'm going to send out my Jolteon because I am fast. He's going to withdraw, and I opted to go for a Shadow Ball. I have to go for a Shadow Ball just in case he decided to switch into something else, and it wasn't a bad idea. Unfortunately, Gligar Eviolite is such a real problem, so I'm going to withdraw and head back into my Rock'n'Rolla. And I'm just going to get the Intimidate off, but he's got Hyper Cutter. I forgot about Hyper Cutter, and unfortunately, he's going to get the knockoff on my leftovers, which is really, really unfortunate. And he's going to withdraw as I go for the Fake Out, so really good play by Jack. He goes out into the most problematic Pokemon on RU, which is Doublade. Now I'll say one thing, I don't do RU a lot, so this is my I think my first full battle with a full RU team, and yeah. So I go out into Jolteon here, and I obviously want to do the Earthquake. I break the mold, I'm Choice Banded, but he's going to go ahead and get a Shadow Claw off, which does more damage than I would like. He's going to withdraw. I went for the Fire Punch, predicting him to go out into a Flying type, but he goes out into a Total Eclipse, which is his Cresselia, and it does absolutely nothing, plus the Rocky Helmet damage. Just horrible time. And yeah, I go back on the Jolteon because I got Shadow Ball, baby. He's going to get a Moonblast off, so I was right to switch out. And it doesn't do a whole lot. That's like a 10-15%, not bad at all. But of course, I opted to go for the Shadow Ball. And look, and he sends out his Gastrodon, and I'm like, oh no, not Gastrodon, because look at how it eats that thing up. I do get the special D drop, but I didn't think it was worth staying in to catch a Scald. I actually should have probably stayed in here and just finished this thing off because it's become a little bit of a problem lately. But I switch out right here and actually go out into my G's, which is my wow, blanking, Jellicent. Wow, I don't know why it took that long to come up with a name. And of course, I'm looking for Scald because I predicted switch, but unfortunately, this was a wrong bred Jeeves. This is an Assault Vested Jeeves, and I have the cover on here. And I went for the Giga Drain, but he predicted so correctly. And went out into the Rotom Mo. I think if I went for even a Shadow Ball, that thing would have done a lot of damage, and I really should have just went for the Shadow Ball, predicting the switch. Again, I did not make a lot of good predictions in this game. It was absolutely 100% horrible. I'm going to switch out into my Rock'n'Rolla, which can take a hit. I get the Intimidate off, not that it matters at all. I switched out because he does have the electric typing, and he really had well put together team. I put my team together on the fly, but he's been laddering with this team, and he's got it down, guys. He's got this team down. He goes out into the Embor, and I'm gonna get the Fake Out off and be like, "What's up, sucker?" And of course he flinched and can't move. Now I switch out of Rock and Roll, which is weird. I should have just stayed in. But I go out into Jeeves. I go out into Jeeves, and he uses Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz. I'm like, alright, that won't do too much, but it does so much damage. Oh my gosh, Reckless Umbor is a thing. And I'm like, well, I don't really need Jeeves or anything else right now. I mean, he's already poisoned. He already took so much damage from Flare Blitz. He goes for the Wild Charge. I was thinking he was choice, but he wasn't, so he's going to take a little bit of recoil off that. So I know I'm faster on my Jolteon, so I'm like, alright, let's go, Jolteon. You can take this thing out with a Thunderbolt. You can, baby. I know you can. I know you can. I really should have predicted what he was going to do, but of course I'm an idiot and didn't, and he switches out into his Delicacy, which is his Gastrodon, and he's going to, of course, eat up a Thunderbolt. I really wish I had HP Grass or HP Ice on this thing. I really do. It would have made this match a whole lot easier. This is a very painful match for me to commentate, guys. It's really painful. There's so many mistakes in this match. Anyways, I send out my Goober, which is my Reniculus. I'm like, alright, shouldn't do too much. You know, I'm a Reginus. I got pretty good special defense. But he gets the burn, ladies and gentlemen, the Hacks Gods, of course. As always, never changing are on my side. There's one battle where the Hacks Gods looked at me with favor, and since then they have turned their backs on me. I have apparently not sacrificed enough Pokemon for their fulfillment. So anyways, he gets to burn, and he sends out he sends out his Doublade. I use the Trick Room, which makes me faster. I'm like, alright, cool. What I should have done here was Calm Mind, but I should have switched out right here. I really should have, because there's no reason for me to stay in at this point with a burned Reniculus. But again, a burned Reniculus, I've already got Trick Room. Let's see if I can do any sort of damage. I'm like, alright, I don't die, let's get a Psyshock off. And of course, completely forgetting that Steel resists Psychic all day, and it does absolutely nothing to this thing. Again, Doublade is such a monster in RU, guys. Guys, I battled like a complete rookie in this one. I felt so bad. But in all fairness to Weavile, he put this team together, and I didn't want to take away the fact that it should be broadcasted. He played a great match. I cannot take that away from Weavile. He's going to withdraw, fearing the Earthquake, and as well he should, because he sends out Total Eclipse, and this time I'm not even playing games. I go for the Earthquake, and it does a good bit of damage, enough to make me think about staying in, but of course I don't, because I don't think there's any reason to. So I send out my Jolteon, and here's where I think I made another mistake. He uses Moonlight. But I was predicting he uses Moonlight to get his health back, and I'm gonna start using Shadow Ball, because I'm a Jolteon, baby. That's what I do. He uses Psyshot because he's still faster than me because of Twisted Dimensions. So I kind of screwed myself in the pants on that one. I'm gonna get a Shadow Ball off and go bam. Look at that money. Look at that money. Just look at it. He's going to withdraw Eclipse. I'm going to keep Shadow Balling away because I'm already locked in here. There's no reason for me not to. I'm going to Shadow Ball right here and be like, bam, sucker. I got a move I can use on you now, Delicacy. Of course, she's going to get Leftovers Recovery. That's fine. He came in on the Shadow Ball, so I'm going to get one more Shadow Ball off. Be like, alright, there's no reason to switch out, guys. Absolutely 100% no reason to switch out. He uses Scald, and that kind of smarts a tad bit, a little bit. It takes me down to 1 HP. I'm sure he was kind of looking at that, going, "Oh my God, the hacks!" But we're gonna go ahead and take this thing out with a Shadow Ball, and that Delicacy goes down. No more slugs for you guys. No more slugs. No more slugs for you, Jack. So he sends out his Doublade. I want to preserve my Jolteon because it is still pretty fast. So I send out my Rock and Rolla and get the Intimidate off, which is good because this thing is powerful as all heck. Of course, he's going to Shadow Sneak because he didn't predict the switch. Even if he did, he predicted we get some damage off. I use Stone Edge here because honestly I have Fake Out, Mach Punch, Super. There's not much I can do to this thing, guys. Right now I'm pretty much stalling for time. I could have forfeit here and just automatically been... I knew at this point I had nothing to beat this guy. What I should have done is switch out into my... I should have switched out into my Drudagon as soon as he brought this thing out and Earthquaked it. That's what I should have done, because that would have killed so many of his pokes. The only thing he wouldn't have taken out was that Gligar, and I could have actually... So he's going to use Iron Head and kill me because he's Swords Dance. Again, Doublade is too much power in RU. I gotta, again, give amazing props to Weavile. He did such a great job putting this team together. So I'm going to send out America Braviary, because I'm American. I like Braviary. Braviary is the shit! Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use U-Turn, though, because Honestly, I was going to U-turn anyways to try to preserve Baby Ever, so maybe some miracle stuff would happen. But of course it did. Of course it did. I'm going to send out Rock and Roller now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get the Intimidate off because, again, of Hyper Cutter. I could have sent out, what's its name? I could have sent out Jolteon here, but I didn't. That was my mistake. That was so my mistake. I'm going to use Stone Edge here. It's not going to do anything to this Eviolite Gligar. But the good news is I'm getting some sort of damage off on him, which is fine with me, even if it's only a tad bit. I really wish I had HP Ice on this thing, or I switched on the Jolteon right away and killed this thing. And then I could have preserved. I don't know. I maybe could have done something. Probably not. But I'm going to go ahead and get another Mach Punch off, knowing I'm about to die. There's no reason to switch out. I have Jolteon left, and I have Braviary left at this point. He still has 5 pokes, guys. He still has 5 pokes. Oh, this battle did not go at all how I thought it would go. But it's okay. It's a learning experience. My first time in RU. I'm going to use Shadow Ball right here, and it actually does quite a bit of damage. It does enough to take him out. So he faints to a Shadow Ball. So Jolteon putting in the most work on this team by far. And of course, now that Jolteon's down at 1 HP, he can just Shadow Sneak away and kill the Jolteon, leaving me with 1 poke. So that's going to be pretty much the match. I'm going to switch out into Braviary right here, and just to see what kind of damage I can do. I go out into America. He is immune to all my attacks but 1, so I use Aerial Ace. I don't know why I don't have Brave Burner here. Yeah. But it's not very effective, so I'm like, okay, he's going to Iron Head right here. It's going to do so much damage, and there's no reason for me to stay in. I forfeit the match right there, guys, and I talked to Weavile about it before I did. Like, hey, man, I'm going to forfeit. Great win for you. I know some of you might be like, oh, well, you shouldn't have forfeited the match, you know, whatever, but no, there was no reason to keep that match going. Even Weavile said, yeah, I'm glad you forfeited. That was painful to watch. So yeah, but a very bad experience for us in the RU battle, but I gotta give it to Weavile for doing such an amazing job with this team. That team wrecks shop, and I need to prepare a bit more, study a bit more in the RU. It's definitely a tier. I would like to play more, but thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Although I don't know why you would dislike me getting my teeth kicked in, because I did. He kicked my teeth in and just stomped all over my hopes and dreams, and he obliterated me. But thanks, Weavile, for the battle, man. It's always an honor to battle you. You're such a great Poketuber, and you've been such a awesome help to the Tortle people, folks. So thank you guys so much. And as always, don't forget, if you enjoyed this content and want to see more Pokemon content with me and or Wartortoise, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you too can be part of the Tortle Nation. Scrappy's rocked and dark, so let's go ahead. He's gonna Dragon Dance, trying to set up a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? You're still too down for the fighting. Let's see how you take an Aura Sphere, bitch. So I get the Aura Sphere off, and
I knew that would make you no matter what. It's called Bulldoze. And then misses.
Oh my god,
Does
no!
it Oko you? Get out of here.